Hi everybody, it's Cindy, the Scrapologist on Etsy. I'm here with another video on how to use your scraps. I see so many people on my Facebook page that have craft rooms that have kind of gotten away from them, and it creates a lot of stress. I know it does for me. When I have a nice, neat, organized room, I know where everything is, I'm just so much more creative. So these are not techniques that I have invented per se. This is just a collection of things that I do to keep myself organized, and I encourage you to craft along with me, and in no time at all your room is going to look beautiful and you're going to enjoy it again. Today's scraps come from this project that I just finished. I'm in love with this book. It involves some actual sewing. I sewed on it. It's got a denim pocket, a denim spine, and the tags come out, and it has a real leather clasp. It's a little wide right now, but I want the person who purchased this to have plenty of room to stuff things in there. I'll just do a quick flip through. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it's made with authentic, genuine paper. It's all it's kind of blue denim themed, but it could be for a boy or a girl. I did some gold stitching right there. I love that. I sewed on the paper before I attached it. So it's a super interactive book. Tags that come out here. This comes out, these open, belly band. There's a little bit of everything in this book. Pockets, oops, that's not a pocket, sorry. Tag, etc. Anyway, I'm going to do a separate flip through on this later on, but that's where these scraps have come from. This is what I had left. Now, I have enough 12 by 12 paper and elements left that normally what I would do with this is to do another collection pack. Package everything up in a 12 by 12 piece of cellophane and use it on another project. I show you in a different video how I do that. I think it's video number 3. So since I already showed you that, I'm going to show you another thing that I sometimes do with my scraps. When I have colored cardstock left over that's about this size, I will cut it into 8.5 by 5.5 pieces so that they're ready to go for cards. I started out as a card maker back in the early 80s, and I still love making cards. So I'm going to just do a couple of cards here with you today. So that's the first thing, is that I'm already organized. These are cut at 8.5 by 5.5. Sometimes they're already scored down the middle, so they're ready to go. So I have those. In terms of my extra embellishments that I have left over, I am going to go ahead and put a lot of this stuff into a kit. So I do have these. I do have about 7 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. They're going to go in here. I always have so much trouble getting these bags started. And I have a sticker sheet left over, which is going to go in there too. In another video I showed you what I do with my black and white cardstock that I use to make the kit, so I'm not going to go through that. That's going to go over here. So here are my scraps. Here's a nice big piece, so I'm not going to cut that up. That's going to go in my 12 by 12 kit. let me just go ahead and do that. Get it all organized. Stickers. And I'm so kooky that I have to have things organized in size too. Like, notice it would have driven me crazy to have this in the back. Okay. Feel free to comment down below if you think I'm nuts. Okay. So I'm going to make 2, maybe 3 styles of cards with you. These are just really quick color block style cards that I just like to whip out really quickly. So it helps that I already have my cardstock. Let me see if I can find some colors that go with this kit here. Blue is good. I like that one. And maybe that one. Okay, so this will go back into my stash. And so I'm actually going to cut this paper cardstock down to, let's see. Yeah, I think I wanted it. I'm going to do it at 8 by 5.5 so that it's a nice even number. Normally an A2 card is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to do 8 by 5.5. And I'm cutting off camera because I don't have my camera set up yet. I'm working on it so I can have a better angle and you can see my face. I think that would be much nicer. So bear with me, it's coming. Okay. So these again I cut down to 8 by 5.5 and then I scored in the middle. Oh, and that one feathered. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do, well, there's another big piece. I'm going to put that in the kit and not cut that up. I'm going to look for any strips that are 1 inch. I want 4 1-inch stripes. These are all teeny weeny. I'll probably end up having to cut some of these. Let's just pull out these bigger pieces. Okay. So I'm going to cut, for this first card, I'm going to cut 4 strips that are 4 inches by 1 inch. This particular, you know what, I'm going to get my other one. This Fiskars trimmer, I love it because it's self-sharpening, but I don't know if you can see where the 1 and the 2 are? It's really hard if you want to cut anything at 1 inch or less. It's just really awkward. So I'm going to put that one away and get out my little one. There. Okay. Alright, so let's cut 4 of these at 1 inch. 1. 2. The other Fiskars trimmer, too, I can cut 3, sometimes 4 pages at once, which I really kind of like. I'm just going to use the back side of that. Okay. There we go. And I'm not really thinking too much into this because this was a paper collection. These papers all go together, so I don't have to sit here and think about you know, the colors. Do I want this one or this one? They all match, so I don't think it through too much. Oops, and then so these are 1 inch, and then I have to cut them by 4 inches. These little things I don't keep. I just throw those away. I actually throw something away. Not much. I don't throw much away. Okay. There we go. So we have 4 pieces. 4 pieces that are 4 inch by 1 inch, and our card is, I already forgot, 5.5 by 8, folded in half. Okay? Then the last thing that you need is just 1 piece that is 4 inches by 5.5 inches, because we're making a card this way. Okay? We're gonna have a portrait card. So 1 more that is 4 inches by 1/2 inch, or whatever. This strip is a little less than 1/2 inch. It doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm just going to cut that at 4. 4. And then the easy part here, we're just going to put 4 across here and 1 across there. Okay? I'm not going to actually, I don't decorate the card. Again, I just have a bunch of these that are in my stash, so when I have an occasion where I need to give somebody a card, I can pull one of these out, and then I'll put the sentiment on at that time, along with some pretty things, a butterfly or a flower or whatever. It really depends on who I'm giving it to and what the occasion is for. And I'll show you how I store these at the end too. There's another one. Last but not least, let's see. Oh look, I'm a little off with my, I'll show you after I put this down. I didn't measure exactly correctly because I've got a little bit left over there at the top there. I don't know what I did. Let me trim it off. That's easy enough. So we've got that, and where did my little piece go? I lost it. I lost it. Well, I'll just cut another one. Okay, and then, so this, you did 4 that are 4 by 1, and this one is 4 by 1/2 inch or whatever you have on hand, and that's going to go across the bottom. And I do like a solid one down here. Okay. All right. So right now it's nothing fancy, but keep in mind that I'm going to be decorating this later when I have a need for it. There's one card. And let me show you what I do. I have this box that I bought, I don't know where, but I have all of my cards in here. So this one is going to just get put in there. The second template is going to be, let's see, yeah, I'm going to do it vertical, portrait. This time we're going to have 5 strips at 4 inch by 1 inch. Let's go ahead and do that. Pull out some of these skinny strips. Okay. Oh, I found my little piece from before. It was hiding. It was hiding under the trimmer. So we're going to have 5 1x4s. I hope you're doing this along with me and using some of your scraps. That would make me very happy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's already at 1 inch. That's good. 4. Oops. 5. Okay, we have 5 4x1s, and then I want to take a kind of a solid color like this and cut it at, let's see, let's cut it at, I'm going to cut it at 2x3. I can always cut it down if it's too big. 2 by, where's the 3 on here? There we go. 3. Okay. So I'm going to put that on this card, and for this card we're going to do 5 of these strips, one after another, right down the card. You can cut them smaller and leave a gap if you like. I'm not going to do that today. I just like to do kind of the same thing every time, because that way I do actually use my scraps and get these scraps out of the way so I can quickly move on to my next project. If I overthink it too much, then my scraps tend to sit. Because like I said, these are just, we're just kind of making almost pattern paper on the front of the cards so that we can go back and decorate them when we need them, right? I'm going to use, let's see, I'll use this again. Why not? Here's number 4, and here's number 5. Okay, and there's a little strip down here. I can either cut that off. I'm going to leave it for now because I don't know what I'm going to do with this card. But then I'm going to take this solid piece and I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. I'm going to ink the edges, though. And then I think I want it, yeah, I think I want it off to the side. This authentique paper was really difficult to work with because it had a lot of papers that were just solid like this without a lot going on. So this paper came out years ago, I think like 2012. I've had this paper sitting in my stash for 6 years. And I finally got a new sewing machine, and that gave me some incentive to try to use this the paper, and I'm really excited that I pulled that paper out again and made that album. It ended up being gorgeous. But there you go. Really simple card. That's style number 2 that I usually do. And I'm going to put that in my card stash over here. And then the third card, let's make a portrait, a landscape style card. We're going to need 2 pieces. Oh, here it is. This needs to be creased a little better. We're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 by 3. Let's go ahead and pick those out. Okay. Cut these at 2 by 3. See, in this Fiskars trimmer, I can do both of these at once, which is nice when I'm doing kits or really, doing, sometimes I'll sit and make 4 or 5 blank albums, and I can just cut the paper really quickly. 2 by 3, is that what I said? 2 by 3, yeah, 2 by 3. I'm going to use those 2, and then I'm going to get one more piece, and we're going to cut it 1 1/4 by 3. Just flipping through my scraps here. Actually, I think I'm going to use this. No, that's too narrow. I do want some of this yellow, though, if I have any scraps left. I don't. I'm going to use this then. 1 1/4. By 3. Okay, so for this card, let's put these here, here. Oh, I didn't measure right. What did I do? Five and a half. Aha. Sorry about that. So this needs to be 1 1/2. So I said 1 1/4. Yeah. Okay, so these are 2 by 3, and then we need one more that is 1 1/2 by 3. 2 by 3, 1 1/2 by 3. I apologize. Okay. Oh my goodness, I still measured wrong. Oh, 1 3/4. My goodness. Okay, 2 by 3, 1 3/4 by 3. Sorry. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cut this at 3. Okay. There we go. I got it. I haven't done these cards in a while. Okay. So let's put these down. I'm going to put the middle one down first. This one I'm not going to use, actually. I'm just doing this for demonstration because the paper really feathered, and I don't like that. I don't want to give this to somebody. Okay. So there. So now we have 3 different cards, and you can just sit and do this with all of your scraps. I probably have enough to make a good, at least 30 cards. But I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, I'm gonna take my scraps and do like what I did in video 3 and make another collection pack so that I can make a mini album, another mini album with, or a little journal or something with this paper. But I hope you enjoyed the video. This, again, the measurements are 4 by 1. You need 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 by 1 strips and a 2 by 3. This one is 4 by 1 strips and 4 by 1/2 inch, or if you want to cover the whole thing, you can do that. And this is 3 strips. These are 2 by 3. This is 1 3/4 by 3. So pull out your scraps. This is easy to do, and we all need cards, don't we? So I hope that you liked the video and subscribe down below, and I'll be back soon with another flip through of the Blue Jeans album that I just did and some more Use Your Scraps tutorials. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.